DDG was on stream today when he got the bad news. And you could see his face. He was trying to play it off, but you could tell he was horrified.
And I feel like, damn, bro, should I get a stylist? Why are they saying GGTMZ?
I see he's with Aiden, so his people know.
Why are they saying GGTMZ? Alright, looking at her story now. What? Oh, fuck. All that. Don't even.
That can't even be real.
All that, bro. All that.
But that can't even be real. That's the thing.
But don't even. But you remember we talked about last night? All that. Let me say something. It's not.
No, I'm saying, but I don't know where that even came from.
Yo, stop these fake allegations. This is a father. This is a real
gangster.
It's a good human being.
But I don't.
But hey, bro, we on stream, bro.
Alright, Aiden Rose got points for that.
Right? Gangster. I fuck with him. Even though bro a Trump supporter, I don't like that. But I fuck with him some because this, you see, the thing is, this is how you're supposed to. That's why I was upset with Stephen A. Smith when he didn't immediately defend Shannon. Everyone's like, well, you gotta wait to see till the evidence comes out. Yes, if you are a neutral party and you don't know either of these people.
Right.
But it's like if somebody I hang out with all the time, who I know personally, and a random person who I don't know says that they did a crime, I'm immediately gonna say they didn't do that shit. Go fuck yourself.
And that's okay because
there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean that you giving your support to that person during a time like this doesn't mean that they themselves are a bad person.
Yeah, or you're
because of that.
Or you're hating victims, or you support domestic violence or whatever. That doesn't mean any of that. Because you have to look at it simply factually. Information is being reported to me from someone I do not know. If I don't know you, I have no basis to evaluate your credibility. So I don't know under what circumstances you will tell the truth or what circumstances you will lie. I have no idea. Now, your friend, you do know them. You have known them long enough to evaluate their credibility. So, DDG says, I know DDG, just like, I don't know DDG, but if I'm Aiden, I know DDG, he says, I didn't do it. His girl says, you did do it. Bitch, I don't believe you because I don't know you.
Right.
And that's rational for anyone to do, for any person, for any crime. So when you don't do that, I automatically think you're weird. I automatically think you're a disloyal motherfucker. I automatically think that you let public pressure dictate what you think and believe. And that's insane. That's crazy. Somebody told me, go ahead.
Because think of it this way. You are a person in need and in trouble for something that you did not do. Kind of like the Tory Lanez thing.
Right.
And everybody turns their back on you. Everybody that you need support from. And literally everybody from friends, family, like, that's crazy.
Based on what? Somebody's bullshit fucking allegations?
Right.
That don't make sense?
Right. And then you lose trust for those people because they easily turn their back on you when you needed them the most.
Right. And if that's what you're going to do, don't expect anything from me ever. Right? Because you're clearly like the most fucked up person to exist. Like, I'm sorry. If you don't support your friends and family in a time of need, you just immediately go to well, I don't know. We got to see what shut the fuck up.
Right.
Come here. Don't even make no fall back. That's my real friend. We're not going to do no fault.
Gangster.
He's a great human being. He does a lot for a lot of people. He's a man. He's a father. We're going to respect him. We're going to love him. WDDG. If anyone got anything to say.
Gangster. Fuck is you talking about? Gay.
I wish I was still that green, but unfortunately, the spotlight has taught me if your friends get accused of horrifying things, regardless of what they tell you, you gotta wait until the facts come out.
Nope. And that's why you are a fucking rat. That's why. Because you're not, no one should be friends with you then.
Yeah.
Because he's about to bring up the Lil Boom shit, I know. But guess what? Just because he lied to you, that doesn't mean anything. Guess what? When you support your friend, they say they didn't do it. Someone else says they did do it. When the video comes out that proves that your friend did do it, you pop out and say, my bad.
Right.
I was wrong. Right. And I was wrong because I trusted my friend like every normal person should do.
Right.
Doing anything else makes you fucking weird.
The thing is, it's just like, you should be supporting your friends or anything like that in this situation. And if, like my husband said, if it comes out to be true, that they did do the crime or whatever,
then you come out and retract it then.
Right.
That's all.
Because the thing is, if they are people who do bad things, they're gonna hide it because it's not in the
So they're not gonna tell their friends either.
Right. So they're not gonna tell their friends either. They'll cover up what they would be themselves in front of their friends, but their true self can be hidden. So they themselves, the friend would not know if they did these things. It has to be proven.
Right.
It has to be proven. But you can support your friend during that time of need because you don't know.
Right. And like I said, when you don't know, the status quo is that you go with
innocent.
With innocent until proven guilty, number one. And number two, you go with the person who you know. And I didn't even say innocent until proven guilty. I was just talking about in terms of you. I know this motherfucker, so his credibility is better to me than any other person.
Absolutely.
But secondly, he's innocent until proven guilty.
Absolutely.
All she made was an allegation and showed some miscellaneous bruises. What the fuck does that mean?
It's not funny.
It is funny because I think she's lying, so it is funny to me. Stop that shit. Miscellaneous bruises don't mean nothing, bro.
Not once, okay? One of my friends, well, ex-friends who I don't speak to anymore, haven't spoken to him since that situation happened. Lil Boom,
You're right.
bro,
Yep.
dude sent me fake paperwork, dude sent me fake articles, fake screenshots, fake everything, bro. Made me think he was innocent, and news came out he's guilty, bro. I had an egg on my face. But
You
I
didn't.
faced it.
All you had to
I
do
said
was say, I was wrong.
denounced him instantly once
Great.
the footage came out.
Great.
So with Aiden Ross, yo, he's been a good friend, he's been a good homie, bro. But if you got something to lose right now, shit.
Fuck that.
Hey, bro, you might as well. Hey, bro, you gotta.
Shut up, bitch ass nigga. Fucking Aiden Ross has enough money to stand on fucking business.
Yeah.
And that's what any real man would do. You're not a real man if you abandon your friends as soon as somebody accuses them of something.
Yeah.
That's not real. Doesn't matter what it is. That's not real.
I'm the problem is I'm conflicted with that what he just said because of the simple fact that I feel for men losing their whole shit because of
An allegation.
Right. So I understand.
Unproven allegation.
Right. I understand, and I'm in agreement because I don't want to see men lose everything that they work for over an allegation. And if Aiden Ross was to lose everything, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
that's extremely fucked up. So I'm conflicted with
but that wouldn't happen to him, particularly
No,
considering that, you know, he's part of a very conservative. His audience is very conservative. They're part of, he supports Donald Trump, all that other shit, right?
Yeah.
But I say that not to disparage him, but for the point that him supporting a man who got accused of something like this, he doesn't have the type of audience that would destroy him for that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They would stay with him.
Yeah.
His audience is not the shade room crowd.
Yeah.
So they're not going to turn on him because he supports DDG.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But that's just Aiden Ross. Other friends,
True.
We don't know regardless of like
he's
that's
got
why
all the black creators
Yeah.
in this space, they know DDG.
Yeah, and it's just like it scares it irritates me that it's a possibility that just because they're friends with DDG that the rest of them might get tarnished just because he's around them. They're supporting him, and I don't like that.
Like okay, here's one thing. Now Kai's audience is much different.
Yeah.
Right? Kai's audience,
Younger.
they're well, not just that. There may be a portion of that audience that would go against Kai for supporting DDG. So I hope that like that jokey shit about him applying to the streamer university and not getting admitted or like having to call him for it, like I call Kai to try and get in. I hope that that's just like a joke.
Yeah.
Just relax and just let the facts come out. You don't know if DDG is innocent and you don't know he guilty. But you don't want to put your
He's
name
innocent
on it.
until proven guilty.
Facts come out, he did it.
This is America.
Now you looking like a fool.
This is America, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? You can use your brain and say, yeah, I think he didn't do it because he should be innocent until proven guilty, and I haven't seen any evidence that he did it, other than someone saying he did it, and I believe him more than I believe her. That's it. The end. And no one could put egg on your face for that. That's logical, rational, and it comports with the law. Stop playing with me.
The news article that they was referring to was the TMZ article that dropped while they were on stream. TMZ obtained a restraining order from Halle Bailey, which is DDG's long-term ex-girlfriend and current baby.
And just to make it clear, you don't need to prove anything to get a restraining order. You need to like allege facts and circumstances that may mean that you could be in danger from this person, and that's sufficient. You don't have to prove a single thing. In fact, you will eventually get a hearing to adjudicate as to whether this restraining order should exist or should not exist. But in the initial stages, in order to prevent women from potentially getting harmed while trying to wait for a restraining order against someone who's actually dangerous, generally speaking, they'll grant it to you.
Yeah. And I was just about to ask you, do you think that it was granted also because of the fact that she has a baby? So
maybe. She said the baby was in the car. Yeah. Maybe. What I'm saying is I'm not surprised it was granted because they will almost always be granted unless you're literally just like making shit up and have nothing to show anyone. Yeah. But she had some bruises. She said he did it. She got a chipped tooth, even though I saw a video of her having that chipped tooth well before this altercation. Yep. But somehow she said he chipped my tooth. That's sufficient to get a fucking restraining order. That doesn't mean you didn't prove anything. Nothing happened.
Mama, where she is accusing DDG of attacking her on multiple occasions. On top of filing a police report, she also got a court order protection from the father of her child, DDG. She will claim that things got physical with her and DDG in January, months after they broke up, which is October. So they broke up October of 2024. However, the incident that she's filing a protection order for happened January of 2025.
Another liar. Because something happened to you and you wait 4 months to file a restraining order? This isn't the first time you've seen bro since then. Yeah. He's been picking up his kid the entire time. Y'all been going back.
Really, because
sometimes he's picking him up. Yeah. Like she's seen him in person multiple times since January of 2025. Yet you filed a restraining order in May? Yeah? It's fucking, you're a rat, bro. You're a fucking liar.
DDG came over to pick up their son Halo, and she tried to start a conversation with DDG about child visitation. And as she was buckling Halo in the car, maybe she was taking too long.
Yeah, start a conversation about child visitation. The evidence demonstrates that you were trying to keep the child away from him. So why the fuck would he want to talk to you about child visitation?
DDG grew a little agitated and repeatedly said, "Get out of my car, B." Halle says the baby was crying and she got nervous about DDG leaving with him in such an agitated state.
He's not going to do anything.
I'm sorry to keep pausing this, but like this shit is just so nasty to me.
I hate hearing shit like that.
Yeah. Because women always want to act like he has a dispute with you, so now he can't have the baby.
Now he's in danger to the endangerment to the child.
Right.
Which,
that makes no sense. It's
why would he harm his own child?
Even if he knocked your teeth out and threw you over a balcony, that doesn't mean that he's gonna hurt the child. Yeah. Despite the fact that you think that you're indivisible from this child, that y'all are both the same person, you're not. It's his child too, 50%. Yep. He's not going to hurt the child, even if he hurts you. So what does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. So her saying, I got nervous about him, all that, you saying that is just bullshit language that you're using to try and perpetuate the narrative that he's dangerous. Yep. Stop it.
This is where my bombastic side...
Fuck out of here. Exactly.
It don't really take that long to buckle up a kid.
No, it don't.
So
and why are you in the front seat doing it?
She was trying to have a conversation that DDG was not trying to have.
And she was taking long to buckle it.
Longer than usual. DDG was telling her to get out of his car. He don't want to talk to her. But she wanted to have the conversation before he could leave. He wasn't trying to leave, so she then essentially just stayed in his car.
Yeah.
So apparently once DDG got upset that she was taking too long and wouldn't allow him to just leave with the baby, DDG got agitated. And because DDG got agitated because she was taking too long to leave, she didn't hop in the car and wouldn't leave. So after DDG repeatedly screamed, "Get out of my car," Halle says the baby was crying, and because the baby started crying, she got nervous.
Babies cry. Shut up.
With the baby anymore. That's when they allegedly started wrestling when DDG was trying to get her out the car. She wasn't trying to get out the car. She claims DDG pulled her hair, slamming her face on his steering wheel and chipping her tooth. My only question would be, because how this was framed, it feels as if DDG was trying to pull you out the car. So he pulled your hair, he like grabbed your arm, he was trying to...
It's his car. How'd you get in the driver's seat?
Yeah.
Huh? You don't buckle children in the front seat.
Sure don't.
So you're buckling the child in the rear seat. So that door's open, you're in the rear seat buckling the child. How did you get into the front seat where the steering wheel is so that he could then smash your face into it? How did that happen? And if you want to argue you were in the passenger seat, again, why are you in the passenger seat? You shouldn't even be there either way. But second, it's his car. But secondly, if anyone's ever been in a fucking car before, the wheel is over here in front of you. You're over here. How do you, what are we talking about? How do you slam the head from here to there?
And the opening for him to pull you out is this way. So he'll be dragging you this way. There's no way that he will be forcing your head forward.
When he's trying to drag you
out. Parallel, right.
Right. And if you just want to slam your head into something, if you're in the passenger seat, he would have slammed your head into the fucking window.
Or the dashboard.
Right. It's because it's right there and it's on your side. There would be no reason for him to slam you into this thing over here.
And not for nothing, unless her mouth was open, gaping open, if he made you hit your head on the steering wheel and you chipped your tooth, if your mouth was closed, you would either have a slit cut on your lip or a bruise.
Yep.
I didn't see none of that either.
Her little light-skinned ass, nothing on her mouth, nothing on her face.
Because
you're
you're pressing your face against the wheel,
it'll cut your teeth.
Absolutely. It will cut your fucking lip.
How do you think people who get lip cuts when they get punched get a cut? Because your tooth cut you. You got your mouth got forced onto your tooth. You cut yourself.
Exactly.
That's what happened.
Or swollen.
Yes. Nothing on there at all. Only thing she showed is a bruise on the back of her arm. What's this tricep bruise? What are we talking about?
To pull you out the car, there was a fight for you not to get pulled out the car, and your head got slammed on the steering wheel. Did it happen that way, or did he take your head and slam it into the steering wheel and said this?
Because those two are two different things.
That's different, but the story didn't really specify. It just says, yo, Raul trying to pull me out the vehicle, he slammed my head on the steering wheel.
They never asked the question, why are you in his vehicle?
Yo, in these situations,
get out.
You gotta call the police, bro.
She
you
cannot
get physical at all.
In the front seat?
If she tripping, let her trip. Because DDG and Halle has been going back and forth over custody agreements when it comes to Halo. I think DDG went online famously telling the world that Halle isn't allowing him to see the baby.
That's why you have babies with fucking rats. This is why you don't do that.
With allowing him to just take his baby and go.
Every single day or every other day, I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over or whatever. I never get him dropped off. I always go pick him up. I live far as so I'm driving hours to go get him, and then I get there and I can't get him. Or I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. They literally making it inconvenient for him. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in a shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance to do that. I get pinned against the wall, and then everything else is variables on why I can't see my son.
Yep.
Nanny has been able to have my son more than me.
We've also seen Halle come on Twitter and complain and call out DDG for bringing their son on stream with Kai Cenat without letting her know or telling her the baby was going to be on stream. So it feels like there's a power struggle going on between these two when it comes to their son. Halle would write, "Hi everyone, just so you know, I am out of town and don't approve of my baby being on. It's
not your baby,
tonight.
bitch.
I wasn't told or notified, and I am extremely upset to have my baby in front of millions of people. I am his mother and protector, and saddened that I wasn't notified, especially when I am out of town."
Shut up.
Halle actually got a lot of backlash for this. People were calling her out like, bruh,
you take pictures with
your sister has had your son on her Instagram, on her Snapchat, in front of millions of people too. So what's the difference between his father bringing him on stream, where, bro, he's a meme on the internet. Like, he's been on stream. Like, why are you tripping?
Right then and there, honestly, the whole public should see exactly who she is for that, because she literally lied. She literally lied. And there's other videos of her talking about who she is as a person. Like, even though people see her in the public light or whatever, or anything
that she likes to start fights with her boyfriend for no reason.
She literally openly admitted this. So it's just like, you're literally showing that you're trying to do tit for tat. You're having a power struggle for your child, because you even literally went online to say that I don't like my child missing. I don't like him being away from me. Like, she has separation anxiety in regards to him. So I could see all this unfolding in the manner where she's literally trying to strong arm him in regard to that child.
Right. Fuck out of here.
But about, like, your son being on a Kai Cenat stream, people didn't understand, and they thought it was double standards, because her and her sister have had the son all on Snapchat, all on their Instagram, like all on their social medias, and that's cool, but DDG can't bring his son out. So a lot of people felt like, Halle, you tripping. And this was like the first time I think Halle kind of got some backlash. And academics even warned DDG.
I'm glad. That was dumb as fuck.
And he told DDG, hey, listen, bruh, one, they can't paint you a certain way on social media because you probably Teflon on social media.
They'll try something else.
That's when the accusation's gonna come.
Yeah.
I see you start to defend her. That's a good move, by the way. But let me tell you what happens next. If she can't paint you as a deadbeat dad, which you're not, I'm gonna warn you this. The next step is for her to say you were abusive. I want to be very clear.
He did say
she
this.
decide, yo, why is my baby dad doing that? And I don't approve of it. And Nobody bit. And unless you about to get back with her and go into whatever regime she wants you to get down with, her next attempt will not be as fluky. Women like this don't stop. You dodged this one, but you gotta wait for the bigger one she about to do. Somebody said, Halle not motherfucking evil. You fucking stupid as hell. You should have never posted this thing if she wasn't on that type of topic. Women are only going through their emotions.
I'll be fake with y'all if I sat here and I like went along with the narrative that DDG was completely innocent and there's no way he could have done this. Because
nobody's saying
other
that.
accusations that DDG did this to other women or one other woman. So
did what to another woman? You need to be specific. Where's the evidence?
I'm not saying this man is completely innocent. I'm just trying to tell you guys the full story.
Evidence, nigga.
Touch everything, and y'all guys will make up
now
your own decision.
Evidence.
Right.
On whether or not y'all think he's guilty.
I want to hear fucking yapping. Evidence, nigga.
I just can't say because I'm a man and these chicks be out here lying that DDG is innocent.
Nobody's saying
that applies to DDG in this situation.
But you saying he's guilty? What you saying?
Situations where it's a 50-50. Right? You can call it at this point, bro.
Nigga, it's not a 50-50. No. If you look at the evidence that's been presented, it's not a 50-50. The evidence that she's presented has 1,000 holes in it. I could drive 10 trucks through it. What are you talking about? I'm an attorney. Don't let me get someone like this on the stand. Boy, we'll bury you, bro. Holy shit.
What really, truly, honestly saddens me is that women allow their emotion about how they feel about their partner or their ex or whatever to supersede the basic needs of that child. Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck what you or DDG got going on. That child needs his fucking father. I don't give a fuck how you feel about the separation anxiety. You need to sit yourself in the mirror and say, I need to work on that. Be truthful. Be honest. Even if you have disagreements with DDG, look him in the face and say, I'm having a tough time with this, but I'm trying to work on it. And I bet you if you called him, he would let you see your child and everything else like that. Meanwhile, Halo's with fucking DDG.
Right.
Do not take that child away from his fucking father. You are literally going to be the worst mother in history in the eyes of that child when that child grows up and sees you for who you are.
Right. When he grows up and sees what you did to his father, bro, he's going to freak the fuck out.
Bro. That is ridiculous. There should be no reason as to why you're withholding that child from that father.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit.
That shit is nasty work, bro.
Right? Because, she did have some tangible evidence, all right? Now, she would claim that DDG would chip her tooth and bruise her arms. And she would actually show the pictures of, I guess, the bruises and the chipped tooth.
But it doesn't
Here
add
are the
up.
Bruises. Again, this is
it doesn't add up.
With
and
him grabbing her.
Yeah, okay.
Anywhere,
he could have grabbed her aggressively, left a little bruise, but there's actually no real evidence of actual harm to her.
Or she could just bump into a door and have that fucking same bruise, bro.
Yeah, I'm a light bright. That happens to me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a light bright. It happens to me.
You light skin and bump into something hard, you're gonna get that you're gonna get that bruise. That doesn't mean he did it. You're just pointing at an injury and saying he did this shit. And even if he did, all right.
And it doesn't look like it's consistent of actual handprint.
Yeah. But even so, even if he grabbed your arm aggressively, great. You gonna die? Most minor thing ever. Him stepping on your foot would have did more damage. What are you talking about?
And let's be for real. You just said that he was trying to grab you at the car. So if he got a little stronger than usual just to pull you out.
Right.
I mean, that makes sense, right?
And guess what? He's entitled to pull you out. You're in his car. Your invitation to be in such car has been revoked. Get out.
Yep.
If you do not get out, I can physically remove you.
Yep.
As long as I don't use excessive force and you being a light bright and catching a bruise from me grabbing you, that's your fucking problem.
Yep.
Sorry to break it to you. I don't buy it. I don't see it.
I don't either.
And trying to pull her from out the vehicle.
The fuck out of my car. What are you doing?
Because he was trying to leave and he felt like she was stalling. She also showed the chipped tooth, which you could see, there's parts of it.
That lip looked pristine.
These don't come across as bruises where, he was like...
Slammed your head into...
wailing on you.
Yeah.
Like, this come across as bruises that was occurred in a tussle. Right, like a tussle, like it was a violent tussle, but
a minor.
This don't come across as if he was Chris Browning you, because that's a different level of violence. But
right.
Though,
and she deserved that shit too.
Their hands on women, call the police. She's also in the restraining order, painting DDG as an absolute weirdo. On top of the physical incident, she's painting DDG like he's like Jeffrey Dahmer's, bro. Like he's doing some weird stuff.
I know.
Bro. Like he's like creeping through like the cat hole
to get full custody.
Home, taking pictures of an empty bed. Like he's doing some weird stuff.
All right, so let's see the rest of it. Let's see what happens.
Now again, this is her view of the situation. This is her account of what happened. DDG hasn't spoken yet, but she's painting this man like a weirdo in this restraining order. She would say in March, before DDG filmed the video that we shown earlier in this video of him claiming that Halle is keeping his son away from him. So she would claim that DDG actually creeped her out when he showed up at her home, entered without permission, went to her bedroom and texted a pic of Halle's empty bed to her along with a text, "Now I know what you've been on." So apparently the bed was ruffled up a little bit, so DDG thought she was getting her cheeks clapped up. Halle says she interpreted the text as DDG accusing her of sleeping with other people. Now, I'm not sure what her response was. She don't say. She don't deny it, so I don't know. 4 days later, she claimed he really exploded when he came back to her house. Halle told him she and the baby were sick and she didn't want Halo to leave the home. And she claims that's when he got verbally blank, smashed her Ring camera, and ran away with Halle's phone.
I tell you what, though. The kid being sick don't got nothing to do with my visitation time.
No.
It doesn't. You don't get to
decide. He knows how to take care of him.
Even if he doesn't. You're going to have to establish that.
Yeah.
Because he's my kid, too. It's my time for visitation. I don't give a fuck that he's sick. He can come with me. I will take care of him.
And honestly, even if he is sick, you can tell him how to take care of him.
Even
That's his kid.
But you don't got to tell me nothing. I'll figure it out. I will take care of my son like how I'm supposed to. You don't get to decide because I'm sick, we're sick. He doesn't get to, the visitation doesn't happen.
Right.
That's why he got mad, bitch. Are you stupid? That's why he got mad. You should have kicked your door off the hinges and smashed your stupid Ring camera. Melt your fucking phone. What's wrong with you? Don't behave like that. The fuck's wrong with you? Fuck out of here.
Now, here's the interesting part.
Verbally abusive.
Here's the
Bitch.
part where DDG is kind of cooked, if this is true. As he drove off, she claims that DDG threw the phone out his window and yelled to her, "Go get it, B."
Good.
The incident prompted Halle to go file a police report, and she says she also has a Ring footage to back up her side of the story.
But what side of the story is that? Nothing happened to you. That's minor property damage. No one cares. I don't care. That doesn't have anything to do with this.
No one was harmed in this whole incident. Like,
right. You're like,
child,
no one. You're like, oh, he's violent. This demonstrates that he's violent. It could. It could also demonstrate that you keep trying his fucking patience.
Yeah.
Everybody has a breaking point. Like, what's wrong with you?
And people will get annoyed and just be petty and do stupid shit. Like,
did you hear what he said? He has to drive hours to come see his child.
She literally makes it inconvenient for him.
And then when he gets there, you pretend you and the child are sick and he can't see the kid. You won't bring the kid. He can't get inside to see the kid. Mm-hmm. The kid's being withheld from him. Mm-hmm. I would have broke your Ring camera and threw your phone in the woods too. You deserve it.
Nah, this is some nasty work. I don't like this. I don't like Halle's behavior at all. At all. At all. But she openly admitted, there are clips of hers literally openly admit that she has her issues. She openly admit these two.
Fucking rat.
If she got that Ring footage, dog. If she got that Ring footage like she said she does.
What?
It still might not prove anything.
That proves nothing. It's Ring footage from the time where he destroyed the Ring camera and threw her phone away.
Yeah.
Great. That's not the time where she says he grabbed her or threw her head onto the thing. Right. She wouldn't have got a restraining order just from him breaking the fucking the Ring camera and throwing away her phone. Right. You wouldn't have got a restraining order for that.
Right.
Stop playing with me, bro. Stop it. They have nothing to do with each other. They're two separate incidents.
Because right now, DDG ceiling is to no limit.
Keep it consistent.
Right now is one of the most popular streamers. So right now, DDG ceiling is Kai Cenat. If this is true and you are on camera, you're like, there's Ring camera footage of you doing some
of what?
Horrific things.
Horrific? Horrific? You see, this is what I'm talking about. People just use these fucking inflammatory words as if they make sense. They don't make sense. Horrific? He threw a phone. He broke a camera.
Hold on. That's equivalent to an older brother bothering a little sister.
Literally.
That's where we're at. That a big brother got annoyed with his little sister so much that he took the phone, drove off, threw it out. All right, go get it, bitch. And then annoyed the little sister. Right. And that's equivalent to this. And then you're going to sit here and say that's egregious. That's
the nigga broke a $200 Ring camera and now he's a domestic abuser. Those two things don't go together.
If anything, she could have just if anything, that would be grounds for property damage and she could sue for that. But other than that, not a harm.
Like I said, you wouldn't have got a restraining order for just that. especially not under the circumstances that you were keeping a child from him when it was his turn to see him. Like, no one asks why people are doing anything. They're just like, oh no, he broke something so horrific. She wasn't even present.
He's a monster.
Right. Literally, goofy shit.
Monster.
Fucking rat behavior, bro. Stop it.
I don't see you ever not being constant. Like, you can still be a rapper, but like, you not about to do no crazy brand deals and do no crazy.
Sorry, and let's not forget.
He's
a boxer. Let's not forget.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a boxer.
DDG know how to fight.
Most people who actually know how to fight have discipline.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get that straight. Most people who actually know how to fight, whether it be martial law, any type of martial arts.
Most fighters are not physically aggressive.
Exactly.
Because they know what can happen to people when you fight. And even the best fighter, you could get knocked out by a random if you take it lightly and get caught on the chin. Anyone could get knocked out by anybody.
Yeah. So
a child could knock you out if you stand there.
He knows what he's doing.
Of course.
But academics blasted it.
Yo, Halle, man, just go pop out with that nigga Brent Fires already, man.
Yep.
Yo, DDG with 3,000 stream now, man. It's cool. The smoke done clear. You can pop out with Brent Fires, gang.
Yeah.
It's time.
That's the nigga that she was accused of cheating on him with.
She sure did.
Nobody like really peak game, but like now, DDG been with too many. Like I ain't saying, but he been hanging out with Lala, the Island Girl, Zoe, whoever. Like he been hanging out.
Oh Lord, this is an Island Girl.
You
I
clear
guess.
now, girl. Go pop out with.
Hopefully she's not a meth head like the other two.
It's valid. Valid. Yo, back in the day, like a couple months ago, DDG was. What's his son named Halo? Nigga was like, man, I can't see Halo, and I can't. They don't even know I'm single. Like, and she's with Brent Fires. Yeah, gang. Yeah, that's what happened.
So now DDG is dealing with the streets thinking that Brent Fires is punching meat into his chick. Well, not his chick, his baby mama. So this is where situations.
I never understood that. People think it's like, oh, they fucking your baby mama. I don't care. I don't like her.
They're not together.
We're not together, and I don't like. Not only are we not together, I don't like her. So why do I care?
Enough is enough, okay? The internet is already bullying Halle for keeping like their son away
Good.
from DDG.
As they should.
DDG fans is bullying them.
Good. Fuck out of here.
This is where things get crazy. So DDG came online, and he didn't say he missed his son. Halo, he did. No, he just says he came to New York to see somebody special. Halle was in New York before her vacation to St. Louis.
Wasn't her.
But for some reason, he couldn't see his son, or he couldn't see that special person. Now, that is signifying that Halle, who was also in New York with her son, or their son,
nigga.
refused
Right.
to hand the son over to DDG for them to
Don't have any Freudian slips, nigga. It's their son.
Yeah.
Sleep. I just wanted to hang out with a special person, man. That's all I wanted to do tonight, for real. But
yeah, the special person probably his fucking kid, nigga.
Myself to go out or something.
Shortly after, the narrative began to circulate all across social media that Halle is now in St. Lucia with Brent Fires and her baby Hollow, who's also in St. Lucia too. She is on the island with Brent Fires playing stepdaddy after not allowing DDG to see his son before they left. And they're claiming, wait, hold up, is that why he couldn't see his son? Because he was with Brent Fires?
Yeah, because that nigga was there probably.
So now the internet is going crazy.
And DDG would have beat him up if he seen him there.
Her name is looking crazy in these streets. Now, Halle would claim that this would send DDG in like a jealous rage and a jealous fit, and he will send her a lot of messages.
She lying.
Nah, she's just being petty.
No, I know, but she's lying about the reason.
Yeah.
He don't give a fuck about this nigga. He want to see his son, and he don't want random niggas touching his kid.
Ain't a good look, because the messages kind of creates a pattern with what other women or women have said about DDG in the past. The screenshot would show DDG like sending like the screenshots of like academics posting it, and like him saying this foul bet, sending her like the academics tweet, and then saying you think you hurt in my feelings when you really just ruining your own image.
Yep.
This is terrible looks, make you look disgusting and evil. Enjoy your vacation, happy Mother's Day, but just have the same energy when it's my turn to have them. I'm on the same ish.
Nothing there was
Halle would deny being with Brent Fires. She would say, yo, she's with the baby, not Brent, and for him to leave her alone, and she would file the restraining order, shortly getting back.
They in the same place.
Messages, according to her.
Got the pictures.
Now, the men is claiming, man, DDG is innocent. Bro, you have DDG ops like Myron from Fresh and Fit. He's claiming DDG is completely innocent. However, the women...
They don't even like each other. Remember?
Myron?
And DDG. Yeah, they went back and forth.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah.
Myron was saying, DDG was saying Myron girl ugly.
Yeah.
And because Myron said DDG's baby is ugly or something like that.
Yeah.
And even he's defending him.
Got Halle's back, and they're pulling out receipts from DDG's ex, Ruby Rose, who also made similar accusations.
You gonna listen to her?
I'm done, bro.
You gonna listen
Ruby
to her?
Rose is who you're going with?
She's another thought.
Professional fucking whore? You're gonna...
She's another thought that be out
And a liar!
Right.
And a liar! She said that DDG forced her to do
that's right.
to do an OnlyFans.
That's right. And let's go back. When DDG was first dating Halle, she was in there trying to ruin their relationship. She was lying on DDG.
Yes!
So wait a minute, we're gonna believe her?
We got 2 liars now. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
DDG, when they were dating, now, she been released this, so these are nothing new, but they are resurfacing because of the DDG and Halle situation. So these are hard to read, but you can see DDG saying, I get you mad, but I'm telling you, Ruby, I'm not Lala. I'm going to F your whole career up. So he's threatening to destroy her if she comes out against him.
Okay.
He says,
With
I
what?
got love for you. I really don't want to do you both online, but I'm telling you it's going to be bad, Ruby.
Okay, what else?
She says, it's already bad, and you're threatening to end my career if I tell people how you hit me.
No, hit on
More
me.
things to show on my live. Thank you. He put LOL. If you go
This is
live,
regards
just know
to-
you really lost me. Have a blast.
Yeah.
You
This
gonna
is when they
lose
were
all
dating.
respect from me and anybody I F with or you F with. Just think before you do. Now,
That was when him and Halle were dating. I remember this because I'll tell people how you hit on me. I recall that was in regards to
not hit her.
Yes.
Hit on her.
Right. That was in regards to her saying that, oh, DDG's still hitting me up.
Right.
Why are you dating him? This, that, the third. This was around this time. Don't try to twist it.
Right. That's a straight lie from a thought if I ever heard it. Son, stop playing with me, boy.
I'll be real. This is really bad.
No, it's not.
No,
this
it's not.
is really bad, bro.
No,
It's not. It's not
This
bad.
is like really bad. Like this is like
I told
textbook
you
language that comes from people who do these things. Okay, so
how a
again,
nigga did
maybe DDG got an explanation for this. I don't know, but this is bad. So she was showed the bruises, the same bruises that that Halle Bailey showed, and she would put, "I told you how a ninja did me, and you did the same ish and make fun of me while doing it, and ish." The same ish he did telling me no ninja will love me, I'm a whore.
You are a whore.
And all the same ish.
So what?
You haven't been feeling love lately and you need bro, it's a hard to read, okay? But
because she's
but here's the funny part about
fucking
it.
illiterate.
She posted this, but whenever
Listen, I'm not hearing no more stupid shit from Flacco, bro. Like, I get it. No one should be friends with Flacco. Because you get accused of something, he gonna side with the accuser. I don't know what to tell you. This shit is rat behavior. This whole my baby, holding a baby from him, your fucking ex. Like, you never heard of a woman lie to try and ruin the new relationship of a nigga she used to be with because she's mad that he don't want her no more?
And Ruby Rose is not to be trusted. That's one person that you're talking about. What about other women that he's dealt with?
There's nothing else. He's talking about Ruby Rose. Okay,
Right.
if that's the other woman,
Miss me with that. Right. Miss me with that.
stop it.
I wouldn't take her credibility for nothing.
I believe Halle before I believe her. And I don't believe her either.
Right.
So if I don't believe Halle, I definitely won't believe Ruby
Far
Rose.
from it.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. Y'all gotta be kidding me with this shit.
It's a sickness. It's a sickness.
Sickness. Right? Y'all sick in the head, bro.
Yeah.
The fuck out of here. Yeah. Show me some evidence that DDG did this shit. Not somebody fucking yapping. Not bruises that I cannot corroborate where they came from. No. Let me get some facts.
Yeah.
And somebody accusing you of something, that's not a fact until you go and swear to it under oath.
Yep.
I don't want to hear
and
it.
show evidence.
Right.
Proof.
Corroboration. If you just fucking yap, it don't mean nothing to me. Innocent until proven guilty.
Yep. Literally, the word allegations, look it up. It's without proof.
Yeah. Until I see facts, DDG's innocent.
Yep. And the proof got to be cohesive and collaborate with everything.
Right.
And it has to
Just
flow.
like we saw the facts in the Tory case, and we know son innocent, even though the jury thought something different. Ain't that complicated? The fuck out of here.